Well, police in Texas say a woman who mistakenly thought her Uber driver was kidnapping her shot him in the head. He died days later, and now she's charged with murder. El Paso police say Phoebe Copas was not in any danger and that her driver didn't veer off the route to her destination. Joining us now, trial attorney and legal analyst Misty Maris. So, Misty, do you think murder is the right charge here?
It seems like it is. So right now, what I would anticipate Copus is setting up would be a self-defense claim and to combat these murder charges. And I say that because she came out of the gate saying that she believed she was being kidnapped, and that's why she actually shot the driver. Now, in saying that, think about what you've admitted to. You've admitted to intentionally shooting that Uber driver. So the charge of murder appears appropriate from what we see right now. Whether or not there's a valid self-defense argument will come as the case continues to unfold. The standard there is whether or not her fear of kidnapping was reasonable under the circumstances, and some of these preliminary facts aren't really adding up.
And Misty, to your point, if police later find a reason for her to have been fearful, how will that play in?
Well, there's the potential that they could reduce the charges. There's always those types of options when it comes down to prosecutorial discretion. So prosecutors could decide to charge her with something lesser. There could be the opportunity for a plea deal, or this case could simply go to trial and she would have to set up her self-defense claim and see what a jury thinks. Now, it's so fact specific because it really depends on her thought process at that time. You have to look inside her head and see if a reasonable person would have acted in the same manner.
Thank you.
Moving to an update now, Phoebe Copas, the woman charged with murder in the death of an Uber driver back in June, is out of jail and awaiting trial. As we reported, the 48-year-old Kentucky native was visiting El Paso at the time of the shooting, and she claims she believed 52-year-old Daniel Garcia was kidnapping her to Mexico as he drove the assigned Uber route on the US 54 near Loop 375. Her bond was lowered to a $500,000 split bond. Copas posted bond that afternoon and was released from the El Paso County Jail. Now, a jury trial is currently scheduled for February of 2024.
What's up, YouTube? It's James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this Wednesday. I'm doing pretty good myself. What a tragic twist in this story right here. Well, it's not really tragic, but the thing is this. Phoebe Copas will never make that trial that they prepped up, with all the anticipation. You understand, from the proceedings of the bonds being set and everything else. She would never make the trial for the death of Daniel Piedras Garcia, and as we know, she claims she mistaked this guy, this Uber driver, for trying to kidnap her, and take her into some parts of Mexico or whatever. And this is the reason why she pulled, a gun and took his life, which was bull. This woman was crazy, as far as I'm concerned. She had, prior to this, she had problems with her husband. Well, she basically caused the problem between her husband, where it said that allegedly, she pulled a gun on him, before that. So, I don't know. This chick right here was just out there. But the thing is this. Whatever happened, the Most High seen fit to take her ass out before she would even see the court as far as, the trial go. I guess, the guilt and the fear, caught up with her. You know what I mean? And basically took her out. She never made trial. You know what I'm saying? She died before the trial. Ain't that something? You see, I guess guilt and fear can do that. It was hard on her. Now, I got a 49-second clip that I want us to check out, and then we'll complete the commentary.
All right, so now to another developing story. The woman accused of shooting and killing an El Paso Uber driver has died.
Yeah, that information was confirmed by her former attorney. Copas was arrested back in June of 2023. She was accused of shooting Daniel Piedras Garcia. Copas, who was visiting from Kentucky, told investigators she thought she was being kidnapped and taken into Mexico. You may remember jury selection for this case had to be put on hold in December after she fainted in the courtroom.
In that courtroom, that's when she was escorted out in a wheelchair, as you just saw in that video there. We have the complete statement from her former attorney and previous coverage on this story at our website, kfoxtv.com.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, justice is served. You see, of course, it won't bring back the life of Mr. Daniel Piedras Garcia, and condolences to his family for this tragic loss. But there was justice served, because this woman right here, well, she actually expired before she even made trial. I mean, just think about it. More than likely, if she had a made trial, she would have been found guilty, but she probably still would have got to live. Just would have did some time in prison or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Might even got off on a technicality. But one thing's for sure, she didn't get off this time. Period. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is a good thing right here. It is even said that this woman actually, after she took this man's life, took pictures of his deceased, body. Why? And she sent them to her husband. You see, this woman was miserable and she was off. And as far as I'm concerned, oh well. It's just too bad that, when you get low lifes like this, things like this justice can't just pretty much don't catch up with them like it did this woman right here. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here in the comment section. That's if you can comment without your comment being erased. Make sure you like and share this video and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.